I think it also comes down to the media and the sponsorship, like
Mhm.
Lifetime has Leadville, and Leadville has such a storied history that maybe, like, now that Tunnel Hill is every year gaining more recognition and kind of clout, maybe it will be the next, Leadville that people always talk about. But it should. There's no reason that it shouldn't be up there with the same, classification that a Leadville, a Javelina, a Black Canyons, should get because, it's proven time and time again. You don't hear about people going, "Oh man, the volunteers were terrible," or "I went the wrong direction," or any
Mhm.
kind of like issues with Tunnel Hill race. Like, it's seamless. And isn't that what you want, especially for people that are doing like their first 100?
Yeah, it's just something that breaks my mind to think about it. Like, why do we care so much about someone running a certain 100K distance versus the fastest ever at this distance? I don't know. It's just crazy that it seems like these ultra records fly under the radar as compared to the contrived circuit of Western States or Hard Rock or UTMB. It's like those are cool and that's very different, and the coverage is great and the money's there, which helps separate it. But also, people are just running 100 miles faster than any other 100 miles. Like that seems like it's a little bit bigger than just a course.
Yeah, and I think because, I mean, you look at Ann, Courtney, and Katrina, they're all unsponsored.
Hmm.
So I think if they had the brands to promote and publicize it, maybe it would get more recognition. It is nice to see the Iron Bars, the Runner's World, the Fast Women all giving it, the recognition it deserves, but it should be more mainstream, given it's a freaking world record.
I know it's like the fastest ever. It's crazy to me
Ever,
that it's
ever.
not this big deal like ESPN or something.
Seriously, like, you don't have the World Series going on. Football's still winding down. It's still kind of like the regular season. Like NBA, no one cares about. NHL, eh. Like, these are freaking phenomenal. Like, I would like to see the average person running, a 7:30 mile, let alone for 100 miles. Like, I think when you break it down like that, it puts it into context. But I don't think people really, at least in the US, understand how amazing Ann Trayson's 100K record is, because I don't think 62 miles isn't, it's hard to like quantify,
Hmm.
versus, 50 or 100 miles or even a mile, like when people talk about Roger Bannister and breaking that barrier. So I just wonder how it's easier for the average Joe to digest these records being broken.
Yeah, let's assume we're correct and that this is interesting and everyone would be interested. So is it a coverage issue, a money issue, or what is the way to show people that this is interesting? I mean, yeah, it seems like it's just missing the boat on getting it in front of the right people or something is the only thing, because it's pretty amazing to run a 100 miler in, anything sub 13, but yeah.
I mean, I think it's the same. Like, you need money to get the coverage and to get the sponsorships, you need money. So I think it's all of the above. And I mean, I guess how do you chop it up into content highlights like a Sports Center highlight when you're doing, 100 milers? But the thing is, Cocodona gets crazy
Mhm.
views, and it's 250 miles of literally, no offense, walking.
Totally. Ultra walking at its finest.
Yeah. Power hiking, sorry, I should say that. But
Yeah,
I
I
I
mean,
mean, hopefully it changes.
yeah, I think the method is that short form content thing of like at you just get some young creators who are good with the reels and the TikToks, and they just are like one's at mile 10, one's at a different aid station, and once the leaders come through, they can just put up a quick reel and it's just so much easier to follow. I think that's a big thing missing in ultra coverage in general is just give bite-sized pieces throughout the day for people to check in rather than tune into the live stream and see nothing happening for a lot of the time too. And Cocodonas seem to be pretty good with that on the short form social stuff, hitting the stories and stuff to click through.
So we just need to get a bunch of TikTok influencers at Tunnel Hill next year, and it will go viral and everyone will love it.
Or aspiring TikTok influencers, because then they'll work harder to hit their, and they're cheaper too.